Good evening and welcome to the 2023 Dafabet GPL. Here is your opening fixture between Calpe Giants and last year's champions, the Lathbury Lightning. New teams drafted this year. Paddy Hatchman captain the Calpe Giants, and we have Kieran Stagno and Manav Nayak opening the batting. Just ready up for the first ball. Rick Hatchman to bowl the first over, and away we go for the first ball of this tournament. Nice cut to start, down to third man for Nayak. Just one to start the competition, and we are underway. First runs on the board. Stagno taking guard. I think for Stagno you really need to be protecting the boundaries. What do they have? They have deep third, deep square, standard field in the power play. Let's see what Hatchman's looking to do here. First ball, sliced over cover. They'll come back for two. Good running to start. And they're away with three. Three on the board so far. Just punch back to the bowler there for one. Three balls in. I think they'll be quite happy with this, with the start of this over in the power play. Nothing getting out of hand so far. So another one to backward point from Manav. Favoured area of his. I think they'll be looking at two very different batsmen here. For Stagno you're going to want to look to protect straight, but for Nayak you're going to want to really protect the square boundaries. Very good on the cut especially. Catching chance, and it's held. Stagno is out, caught at cover. That is a massive wicket to start the GPL, and one down already for the Lathbury Lightning. Good catch there at cover from Dylan Taylor, newly drafted into the Calpe Giants squad, and a first wicket for the Giants this competition, courtesy of Mr. Rick Hatchman. Currently 1 for 5 off the first over. Very good start for the Giants, massive wicket that. If Stagno gets going on his day, he can ruin you as a team. New batsman in is actually the captain, Julian Frioni at number 3. Facing up. Just be looking to get out this over. and have a good start, a good solid start this first ball. Full toss, hit straight to cover, and that is a good finish from Hatchman. 5 off the first and a wicket of Stagner. We have young Jamie Riley coming into the attack now. I believe he'll be bowling left arm over. Should be good. The two youngsters of Costa del Sol, Jamie Riley against Manav Nayak. These two know each other very well. They know each other's games very well. So this will be exciting to see. Great shot from Manav. Just one out to deep square, but again, very strong square of the wicket. One out to Lorne Burns at deep square, welcoming Lorne Burns back to Gibraltar. Junior Frioni facing up for his second ball. He's looking to get off to a really good start here as captain, try and lead his team to a very good campaign. It's a wide ball. Good start here from the Giants, 7 for 1. Nothing getting out of hand yet. What will Lathbury be looking at though in terms of their innings score? Probably around 160, 170 on this ground. It's been around a good score. They'll be looking to get upwards and onwards of that. Obviously losing Stagner early on, not great. As that's another dot ball just played into cover. Nice tight start from Jamie Riley here. Nice pressure put on here by the Giants as well. Short cover and a standard power play field other than that. Got a deep square and a deep third for the pace. Nice running there from Manav. Nice understanding from those two. Drops and runs into point for 1. And Julian is off the mark in this competition. Getting a field change here. We've got a deep fine leg now, and third man's coming into the ring. So I think based on knowing Manav's game, he's going to want to go down to that route, but that'll probably be a bit later in the innings. So we'll see how this works. One into the gap between cover point, and there's another run on the board for the Lathbury Lightning. Nine for 1 now, 2 to come in this over. Nice start from the Giants, as I've said. You know, Jamie Riley, young, coming actually left arm round. I thought he'd stay over, but I never clocked that. Coming in for his 5th ball of the over. Nicely fielded. And that is only 1 to come in this over. Very good. Just looking for a bit of timing here is Julian. One off 4 now. Can he find a couple of gaps? Get a boundary early on in this Lathbury innings? Don't think there's been a boundary yet. It's well bowled and well played. Misfield at point, and they'll come back for 2. Good end to the over there. That is 11 for 1 now from 2 overs in the power play. Good start for the Giants, I'd say. Here we go, starting the third over. Hatchman back in. Steams in to Nyack. He mistimes the drive, straight back to the bowler. He's playing it a little bit early there, a little bit away from his body. But as a bowler, that's what you want really. Nice lines, nice lengths from Hatchman. Just keeping them quiet at the start of this competition, at the start of this innings. Of course, we want to thank Dafabet for their continued support of this competition and hope that we can provide some really good games over the next few weeks, as that's a great pull shot out to deep square. It'll just be one to Lorne Burns. Don't want to take two to his arm. Making quick work to his left, pulled in front of square. Good stuff all round, good cricket all round. Tad bit on the short side from Hatchman, but again, just a nice pull shot. It's well bowled. Very good, very well bowled from Hatchman. Julian. Again, Julian just biding his time. Handling responsibilities at the top of the order, back at number 3 obviously. Coming in probably sooner than he'd hoped. But doing a good job so far. Just misses a pull. Same length around that Manav pulled that delivery a couple of balls ago. This is a very good start. Very good start. You know, almost 3 overs in, 12 for 1. I have to say that the Giants are a very happy team at the minute, especially in the power play when you'd think the batsman would be wanting to get away. Obviously the wicket of Stagno being massive in terms of keeping the run rate down so far. Just missing out on another pull there. Trying to hit it a bit too hard, I think. Perhaps a bit of pressure. Who knows? Lots of encouragement around the Calpe field. Good bunch in that team, so they'll all be very vocal throughout this innings, I'd imagine. As we're heading into the last ball of the third over, Hatchman finishes off with a nice Yorker, but he's punched nicely one into the covers from Julian, and that is 3 overs down, 13 for 1. Jamie Riley back in, bowling his second. Again, a very good start. There's 4 off 9 for Julian. He want to find a boundary now. That would be ideal. Again, don't think there's been a boundary yet. As he comes down, tries to find that boundary over wide long on. Outside edge down to deep third. He'll get the 1 for that. Very, very tidy so far. Great over from Hatchman last over. Did not concede many at all. Comes here, second ball of the over. It's a nice punch, but really well fielded. Great half stop there from Jamie Riley. Great cricket. Good ball. Strong punch back down the ground, and a good half stop there from the bowler. Good competition this. Very good. Coming in for the third ball. That's really good. It's clever from Riley, you know, coming left arm round the wicket, trying to cramp Manav for his favourite shot, the cut shot. Very good thinking. Good thinking, it just cramps him up, just with the angle coming into his body, doesn't allow him to free his arms through that cut shot. I think Manav would probably be looking to pull a bit more than cut at this angle. There again. Just building up a bit of pressure here, the Giants. Looking a bit uneasy here at Lathbury. Pressure building, you'd have to say. 14 for 1 after 3.4. I think at the end of the power play now, they'd at least like to be at 30, 40. So again, really well bowled. Just not letting them get away here. This is very good stuff from the Giants. Only one off this over so far. Brilliant over from Jamie so far. Can he get a wicket here? That's what he'll be looking for. There again, cramping for room. That's really well bowled. What an over from Riley. One off the over, and that is now 15 for 1. Oh no, 14 for 1 after the first 4. Nice and vocal in the field are the Giants. Only 2 overs left of this power play. Lathbury will be hoping to make the most of this, I'd imagine, as Hatchman comes in for his 3rd now on the trot. Oh, that's well bowled. Outside edge just past the keeper down to 3rd man. Will get 1. Played nice and late though. Nice and late. Very easy now at this stage to be pushing at the ball. So nice to see that Julian's still just biding his time, being patient. You know the runs will come eventually. All it takes is one shot out the middle and you're away. But again, so far, you know, 5 off 11, 6 off 11 respectively. This is a very good start. There's a pull up in the air to fine leg. It's just gone over him. They'll come back for 2. Just gone over fine leg. Lucky for Nyack to survive there, but they'll get 2. Just trying to up the ante a little bit there. Top edge over fine leg. Come in here for the 3rd ball this over. And just nice gentle tuck in to fine leg for 1 from Nyack. Nice controlled batting. Fernie gets it over cover for 4, and that is the first boundary of the Dafabet GPL this year, 2023, courtesy of the Lathbury captain, Julian Frioni. Nice slash over cover for 4. You know, when all the field's up over there, just throw your hands at it. Good stuff. Come in here for the 5th ball, it's over. It's well dug out, well fielded extra. Well fielded extra by Dylan Taylor, who took the first catch of this tournament. And Hatchman finished off with a wicket here. Pulled firmly, just wide of mid-wicket, and really well fielded by Richie Cunningham. And again, a very tidy over, you'd have to say. But Lathbury just starting to pick up a bit of momentum now, as it's 22 for 1 after 5. Will it be Jamie Riley to continue? It will. Both of them will bowl their 3 in the power play. 3-2 for 1 after 5. Jamie Riley bowling his third here. Again, really well bowled. Nicely punched into cover though. So good at digging out the low balls as Manav. Just how low his hands are, just really good at scooping and digging them out as he picks up 1 into the cover region. Can Julian start a bit of impetus? Yes. It's really well bowled. Really good with that angle, just slinging it in and then it just nips away a fraction at the end. Really well bowled. Classic left arm around the wicket, that. Jamie Riley's bowled really well. He's been unlucky to not get a wicket so far, to be fair. None for 8 after 2.2. Can he find one here? It's well played and well ran from Manav. Very responsive as they come through for 1 to back a point. Lots of encouragement for young Jamie Riley around the field. Comes in for his 4th ball of the over now. It's pulled away for 4. Very good pull shot there from Manav again. Very strong square of the wicket. Just dropped slightly short from Jamie Riley and it is 4 runs.
Are you okay do you need a hand?
Nice. Well bowled. Just pushing it up there after getting punished to deep mid wicket. Good comeback there from young Riley. Of the last ball, the power play is coming up. Can they just get to that 30 mark off the power play? Not been the greatest in terms of run rate, but they have wickets in hand. Steps out, steps down the track and sort of sweeps him out to Cow. Lorne Burns coming round to his left, does really well. Keeps it to 2 in the end. Really good work, and they do get up to that 30 in the end. It's 30 for 1 at the end of the power play. As you can see there, just 2 bowlers used so far in the power play. And after the early wicket, you know, Lathbury recovering quite well. As Lorne Burns now will be coming in for the first over outside the power play, bowling some leg spin. Very good bowler is Lorne Burns. Probably one of the best going around in Europe. Really consistent leg spin. Been playing cricket in the UK recently, I believe, I hear. Picked up some wickets. And you'll see him bat later, scored some runs as well. There's also, as you've already heard, a very good fielder. Making a few good stops out of deep square. Comes in for his first ball here. It's well bowled. Flicked out to Cow, they're looking for 2 and they're going to get 2. Just a bit slow off the mark there from Harsh Magnet, but they're strong runners, these 2. Manav Knight are very quick especially and very responsive. or bowled. A bit quicker. Julian tries to slog sweep but couldn't get it away. Again, very well bowled, just pushing it through a bit quicker now. Only took one ball for him to get into his work. First one was on the pads, a bit floatier, but these last two have been really good trajectory. And again, tries the slog sweep. Just struggling here against Lorne. Was always going to be the problem outside the power play. Very good bowler to have come on straight after. Long on, long off, come back. Deep square, cow, long on, long off, and a deep cover at the minute. Just cut to third man for one. Julian's off strike with one to come in the over. Gets Manav on strike. What will Manav do? Will he try and put on a bit of a sweep? Will he try a reverse sweep? Last ball the over. Does Manav try and play it out, or does he try and look for the run scoring option? Mid on and mid off come up for Nyack. As I said, a lot stronger square of the wicket. Doesn't mean he can't clear those two. Rocks back on the pull, pulls it backward of square leg, they're going to come back for two. That's good running. Just getting two behind square, and that is now 35 for one after 7. Nice partnership there, just maybe going a slight bit slower than they would like, but still going at a good enough rate. Had to rebuild after that early wicket, but hopefully now they start to look to push on a little bit. As Harsh Magnet now coming in for his first over of this competition, newly drafted into the Calpe Giants after playing for Hardings last year. Julian Freoney facing up. Again, we'd like to thank Dafabet for their continued support of this competition and their support for last year's edition of this competition as well. As Magnet will be looking to start his series off well here with the ball. 7 overs through, the Lightning will want to get a move on. Missed out on a full toss there. That going to be called a wide? No, it'll be a bye. Another full toss, hit to a very short backward point, almost could call it a bit of a square gully. It's a nice fielding position, it's worked. A bit of a full toss, but the Giants will take it. Pressure building. Still only 2 out here, or 3 out now. Cow corner, deep square and a deep cover. I like how they haven't sent 5 out instantly. Keeping the pressure on here. As that's cut out to that deep cover for one, out to Jack Horrocks out there. Or Rick Hatchman. Apologies. Yeah, now long on moves out for Julian, understandable. A bit stronger, straighter down the ground than Nyack. But still, only 4 out. Good pressure being built here by the Giants halfway through this 8th. Can they get a wicket? They'd love to break this partnership now. That's just mistimed little flick into point for no run. Quick work in the covers. Two to come in this over. Will they try and save it by sending someone else? As Jules tries to clear the boundary, and it's just falling short of Paddy Hatcham at long on. Near run out chance, safe though. Again, Nyack very quick. Good work from Hatchman after he collected that ball. Could have maybe gone for a catch, but it was a half chance. Good work to get the throw in quickly though, as the Lightning are just trying to get a move on there. 39 for 1 now. Julian 16 off 24. Can he find the boundary? And he's inside edge one, straight past the keeper, and it's really well fielded by short fine leg. As that is the end of the over, and the score is now 40 for 1 after 8. Lorne Burns carrying on. They struggled to get him away last over. Good matchup as well this, the leg spinner to Julian. Especially Lorne. Good leg spinner at that. Long on, long off, go back. You have a deep square leg, cow corner and a deep cover, just protecting that cut for the drop down. Nicely bowled. They're going to look for 2 again. And it's a late call from Knight. Goes to the keeper's end. Frioni makes it back for 2. Used his feet well there, Jules. Just tucked it into the gap between long on and cow. And they pick up 2 on the arm of Paddy Hatchman. Captain Hatchman. Hit and run straight to cover. Could have gone the other end there, but chose to go to the keeper's end, Nyack's end, and he got through safely. Long on, long off, and now staying back for Manav. As deep square and cow are actually moving in 5 steps. So, bit of mixed thinking here. Long on also moving in a bit. As Knight just tucks it to deep square for 1. To Jamie Riley out at deep square leg. And the score moves on to 44 for 1. Tries to advance down there, tries to clear the rope. Just that slog sweep is not working. Just struggling to get it away. Usually a very good player of that shot. As he cuts it over point. Bit edgy, but gets it over and they'll get 2. They'll get 4 actually. Misfield that deep point, good effort. But they'll pick up 4. That's another boundary for Julian Frioni and for the Lathbury Lightning. Score moves on to 48 now. 48 for 1. Going at around a run a ball at the minute, 5.43. Don't want to just up that. As he's tucked into square leg. Again for 1. And that'll be only 1, as that's the end of the over. It's 49 for 1 after 9. See a very good, very strong squad there from the Lathbury Lightning. Jack Horrocks, Samoth Boda. Samoth Boda's been bowling very well lately, as well as upping his batting during this summer against the Hungary under-19s, as one example, and the Gibraltar Midweek League. They're doing a very good job over this summer. As Magnet continuing after his first over, only went for 4. Julian for only facing up. Let's see. Tries to clear it again. That shot just isn't getting away. He's not found his timing yet. Just struggling. Struggling to clear the rope. Again, just misses that ball outside off. Quick work from Harry Pyle, trying to get rid of it, trying to find the stumping. But just got a bit of a squeeze on again. Yeah, there's a bit of a passage in the middle there where the Lightning started to try and get something going, but now the squeeze is just being applied again. Surprised they still have 2 out straight. I'd let him try and clear them once at least. As he hits one too long on to Paddy Hatchman, the captain, gets it back in, keeps it to 1. Good fielding. Nice arm. As the 50 is up now for the Lathbury Lightning. 50 up after 9.3. Been slow going so far, but these two are building nicely. Both got the potential to go big at the end. That's cut past point, just backward of the deep cover fielder. Can they get back for 2 to the longer boundary? They can't. Good fielding from Rick Hatchman out of deep cover. Keeps it only to 1. I would have thought they'd be back for 2 there. But very good fielding. There's only 2 balls left in this over. 2 balls left in the first 10, even. There's another ball outside off, beating the batsman. Lots of encouragement going around the field. Very good stuff. It's the last ball of the first half. First half of this innings for the Lathbury Lightning. Julian advances down the track. Hits it over cover. And we'll get it for 4. Nice way to finish the first 10 for Julian and for the Lathbury Lightning, as he moves up to 30. At the end of the first 10, the score moves on to 55 for 1. As the 50 partnership also comes up there. Again, just building nicely. Now is when they're really going to want to start to get a move on. They've laid down the platform. They're both pretty well set. And these two definitely know how to get a shimmy on when it comes to expanding their batting. as we now have Matthew Whelan coming into the attack. Nice change this, I think. Been bowling very well recently. Still a standard field set by the captain, Paddy Hatchman. Working so far. No need to change it. Now I can see Nyack going for a sweep early on here. Maybe a paddle sweep because of a bit of the overspin that Whelan gets. But that area is exposed. Nicely flighted and hit straight to that square gully again. It's a nice fielding position that. Richie Cunningham in there. Richie Cunningham fielding in a very important position for Nyack. Obviously I mentioned previously that he's very good on the cut. But he's doing very well in that position. As it's flicked out into the deep. Can they get back for two? Running to Harsh Magnet, and they will get two. Quite comfortably in the end. Nice pressure from in the running department. Captain just getting his fielders in the deep just to move up a little bit. Nyack hasn't shown any real intent to clear the boundary yet. Pulled that just back to the bowler. Sweep. Straight to fine leg there. Hasn't placed it where he would have wanted it to. Just for the one. As those two at deep square and deep mid wicket now just push back for Julian. Fair to say he's a bit stronger than Manav. Can probably clear that boundary. It's a wide ball from Whelan. First I can remember in a long time. They've been quite tidy of the Giants in terms of their extras department. So one won't hurt too much. Nicely flighted. Julian hits it really well over cover. That's a great shot. Uses feet brilliantly. Hits in to out over the cover fielder. Wide of long off, and that is 4 of the best from the Lathbury captain. Whelan coming back in for the last ball this over. Drops it a bit short. It's another wide. It's turned out to be a good over for the Lightning. 9 off it. Julian works it into the deep. Can they get 2 here again? They're going to push for it, and they're going to get it easily. Very easily. 2 for the end of that over. And the score is now 66 for 1, 11 off the over. Very good from the Lightning. It's going at 6s at the minute. Run a ball. As Magnet will continue. GPL debuts for Harry Pyle, to name one in this competition. Been quite tidy keeping so far. Joe Wayne as well, fielding. Shot. It's a great shot from Nyack, one of his strong points. Just that cut shot. They've got to block that off really for him. You know, long on, long off our back. But that's not where he tends to hit the ball. Really nice cut shot there. Backward of the point field, the backward of that square gully area from Cunningham, just out of his reach. Races away for 4. Bit short there to start from Magnet. Looking to come back this over. Drops it short again, worked into the leg side. Can they get 2 off Whelan's arm? No. Really good work from Lorne and Whelan. Burns and Whelan just coming together there just to make sure they didn't get the 2. It's good to see how hard the Lightning are running, though, definitely. After not getting the boundaries away, that's the next best thing you can do. Just put a lot of impetus on your running. And that they have done so far. All credit to them. As Frioni advances down the track again. Just blocks it out. I'd like to see Julian just stand his ground and try and use the strength that he has rather than advance down the track. I think he's so strong. If he just sits back in his crease, he could really hit the ball quite far. Good connection. He advances again and he sends, well, 6 for Julian. Pulls it over deep square. As I said, don't advance down the track. He advances and pulls it for 6. It's a great shot. Just see him running down the track. Harsh Magnet dropped it in short, but Frioni was quick to respond with a very, very good pull shot. Strike rate above 100 now for Julian. Manav's just moved up to strike rate of 100. As he advances down the track again. Slight slower ball, slight cutter there from Harsh Magnet. I think just came out the back of the hand. Very well bowled. Saw him coming again, just decided to chuck in the slower one. Again, it's been a good over. 11 off it. 1 ball to come. They are getting that move on. As that one's just kicked up a little bit off the pitch, and that is the end of the over. There you can see 5 bowlers used. Economy's not bad. Whelan's economy testament to the fact that they're trying to now move a bit quicker in the innings, and he's just borne the brunt of the start of it. He's going to come back into the attack. Again, we'd like to thank Dafabet for supporting this event, and hopefully we can provide some very entertaining games of cricket over the next few weeks. Should be a very good competition. As Manav gets down for a slog sweep, hits it out for 1 to deep square, hasn't timed it. Just looking for a bit of timing. Whelan coming in for a second ball to Julian. Can he clear it? No. Tries to. Pulls it just short of the 30-yard circle. Bit of a cloth. Good start to the over this from Whelan. Again, very well bowled. Just a long off for 1. Building nicely, these two. Going a bit quicker now. 80 for 1. You think when Julian came in, they were 5 for 1, so it's been very good. As he's just nicked one past the keeper there to short third. Very good over this from Whelan. come back well after that first. Not that it was particularly a bad over, to be fair. Only 4 off it, doing his job as a spinner outside the power play. Just going to run a ball. Oh, that's really well bowled. Just slowed it up a little bit, tempted Nayak into that sweep, into that favoured sweep. Last ball this over. Driven through cover, driven nicely. I think it's just going to slow up on the outfield. Should go for 3, don't turn for 3. Still get 2, and that is the end of the over. Score now moves on to 83 for 1 after 13. As Richie Cunningham now coming into the attack. Currently the Lightning looking at 130-ish. Would like to think that they'd be trying to go for a bit higher, maybe 150 at this point. 150 with the strong batting lineup that the Giants have. They need to pick up a couple of early wickets, I'd think. They definitely have the bowling to do it. You know, Boda bowling very well, obviously Nayak in the team, got Horrocks in the team, a couple of national team representatives in there. So it should be a good contest, this game. As Richard Cunningham is coming in for his first bowl of the tournament, and his first bowl as a Calpe Giant. Newly drafted into the squad. There's the first one hit out to cow corner, just for 1 to Matthew Whelan. What can Nayak do? Nayak punches it down to long on, down to Lorne Burns for 1. The Dafabet captain nearing on a 50, the first this competition. As there could be a stumping here. Very well bowled from Richard Cunningham, just slowed it up outside the off stump, knows that Julian wants to come down the track. As I say, he's nearing in on his 50, nearly gets stumped. Commentator's curse, you could say. Cunningham in for his 4th ball. Again, slow, outside off stump, hit straight to extra cover. Dylan Taylor in there, he's been quite consistent there for the whole game. Hasn't let one past him. Took an early catch. Again, tries and fails. Cunningham bowling very tidily here. Not letting it go past. Can he finish off here? Don't let this over go. Only 2 off it. You don't want to concede a boundary now if you're the Giants. And they do. 6 for Frioni. As that is his 50. It's really well battered from the Dafabet captain. It's a great start to his tournament. After starting off a bit slow, he's gotten going. With a classic Julian Frioni slog sweep. 2 6s, 4 4s. Strike rate of 106, but he can definitely get going now. Got the power for it, and he's done it before. as it'll be Matthew Whelan, I think, will be coming in. That's Paddy Hatchman moving out to cow corner. Score is 91 for 1 after 14. Apologies if the scoring is a bit slow. I'm multitasking, trying. Can Nyack get a move on here? Tries, it gets bowled. It's nicely bowled from Whelan. It was only a matter of time. Was just dotting him up a little bit there. Just couldn't find the boundary in that innings. But a nice steady innings of 33 comes to an end from Nyack as the Giants have their second wicket of the innings. Nyack getting clapped off. 33 from 34. Nice steadying innings, especially after the early wicket of Stagner at the start of the innings. Now Samath Boda walking into the middle. As I mentioned, improved on his batting a lot over the summer for the Gibraltar under-19s against the Hungary under-19s. Scored a few very useful runs in that tournament, and throughout the midweek league was one of the top run scorers to finish that league. So let's see if we can replicate those performances here in the GPL, in the Dafabet GPL 2023. 6 overs left. Still looking at 150, I'd say, especially with Julian there on 51. He's the real key here. If he can get going, they'll be looking at a very good score. Good from Whelan. Field comes up, long on, long off, come up. Just trying to put the squeeze on a little bit. Cow, deep square, stay out, deep cover. No one in between. Very short extra cover. That'll be the gap. Cut out 2 cover. Just for 1. Off the mark is Samath Boda. Everyone drops back now, understandably, as Julian advances down the track. Just mistimes it. Out to deep square, just for 1. Much slower from Whelan, very well bowled. Just knows that Boda might want a little bit of pace on the ball. Just slows it up through the air. Doesn't phase Boda though, nice solid behind it. At this point, could tuck that into the leg side. You could even get 2 if you do that. As he cuts one, just past that extra cover, straight to mid-off. Man, it's a bit slow at mid-off. They've just snuck 1 to him, but it's not going to hurt them too much. 94 for 2 after 14.5. So anything under 130 at this point, they'd be quite happy. It's the last ball of this over. As Frioni cuts hard into the offside, just out to that deep cover again for 1. Out to Rick Hatchman. It's at the end of the over, at the end of the 15th, they are 95 for 2. Nice over that from Matthew Whelan. There you can see, not that much batting left. Quite reliant on their top 5, top 4 other Lightning. Not to say that the lower order can't do a job at the end of the innings though. I'd imagine Jack Horrocks will probably come in next. Can just see him padding up, it would seem so, yeah. A lot rests on the captain though, as Cunningham comes in for his second over. Started off well, only 8 off it. As again, Julian goes down the ground just for 1, hasn't timed it. Cunningham might have got a finger on that, to be fair. It's 1 just straight down the ground. Might be time now just to think how the Giants go about this run chase. I mean, I can imagine it would be Paddy Hatchman I mean, to open the batting, perhaps with either Lorne Burns or Matthew Whelan or Dylan Taylor. I can imagine that will probably be the makeup of their top 4. Maybe Rick Hatchman to come in at 5 is a bit of a pinch hit if they need it. But at the minute they're looking quite a good position really, before they've even started. All it takes though is a couple of wickets. Can Boda get going? Might struggle to get going a little bit against the slow pace of Cunningham. As he just works it into the leg side. Just for 1, out to young Jamie Riley at deep square. As the field moves back now for Jules. Nice to see the new Grey Nichols kit for this GPL. As that is massive from Frioni. That is out the stadium. Great shot. Into the house, you might have heard. Into the house, straight down the ground. Great shot. Is that what he needs just to get going? That was massive from Frioni. The captain is doing the business for his team. 60 now, 52. He scored more than half his team's runs at this point. And it gives us a chance to catch up on how this tournament will work. Obviously just round robin to start. I think round robin the whole way through really. 4-team competition, same as last year, with the Hardings Hurricanes and the Mediterranean Vikings playing 2 games tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. As we've got the ball back and we're ready to go again. Richie Cunningham with his 4th ball of the over. Well bowled, slowed up, hit straight to extra. Just for 1. $100 up now for the Lightning. Again, 150. Can they get 150 or 140 now? As Boda faces up. Nice use of the feet. Hit to long off. Well kept in. Really well done from Whelan. Hit flat and hard. He keeps it just to the 1. Nice shot from Boda though. Uses his feet nicely. Last ball, what can the captain do? As he tries to go again. It's well fielded by young Jamie Riley out at deep square. Keeps it just to 1, and that is the end of the over. 106 for 2 after 16, with the captain leading the way. Be interesting to see who finishes off here. I can imagine Lorne Burns will finish off his full allotment of overs. Will Hatchman come back? Perhaps, maybe Hatchman and Riley to finish off alongside him. Shame we haven't got to see Paddy Hatchman with the ball. Been bowling quite well as of late. But Such is life. Sometimes the best bowlers don't bowl. Sure, we'll see him with the bat though. I think he'd be opening the batting for his team. The score is 106 for 2 after 16. As Lorne Burns comes in, and it's cut really well. Straight to that deep cover fielder though. I wonder if they could be looking to run that a bit harder, that fielder now. You know, longer boundary out there. Could they maybe just try and get Julian back on strike, maybe take one for the arm, try and take it on. Not at the minute though. Bowler to face up. Again, cut straight to extra cover. Good work from Dylan Taylor. Doesn't get past him. Good start this from Burns. As it's another dot. This is good. This is very good stuff from Burns. Just struggling to get him away here as bowled at. It's good stuff. Just upped his pace a little bit as Burns. Bowling a bit flatter. Really good. Just changes field. Long off goes back. Might be flattening this one up a little bit. Maybe bowling the googly to try and get him through the gate. And he does. Goes out to deep square just for one, plays with the spin. Nice thinking there from Lorne though. Trying to get him to go into out, just to get one down to long off. Bowls the googly. Boda reads it late though. Just gets it for one. Last over. I think they'll settle for one here. I think Julian will want to have the strike for the next over, as that's a really good 17th over from Burns. Only goes for 3 in the end, as the score is now 109 for 2 after 17. That 150 is definitely out of the equation. As it is young Jamie Riley back into the attack. As I've just heard that Rick Hatchman will get the nod for the last over, so it will be Lorne, Jamie, Lorne, Rick. But this so far has been a very tidy innings from the Giants. Bar Julian Frioni, I think the Lathbury Lightning have struggled to get away. He drops it in short, and they're going to want 2 here. They're going to run it really hard. Could take him on. Goes bowler's end, and he doesn't take it. Good pressure there from the Lightning. It's a nice pick up and throw from Paddy Hatchman. Thought he could have gone the keeper's end, but picked the right end in the end. As it runs 2 straight to him. Julian launches it to long on, and it drops just in front of the boundary for 4. Richie Cunningham losing it in the lights. Very easy to do here at the Europa Sports Complex. As again, Julian is doing the business for his team. Moves on to 70 now. Great knock this. I'm not going to say it, but could be looking at it. He goes again, well bowled. Again, that angle from left arm round, just beating them on the inside. Good stuff this from young Riley. Come back well. As he drops it in short, it keeps a bit low, takes a bit of an inside edge, and that is the captain of the Lathbury Lightning gone for a very impressive 70 off 60 balls. Got them to a good score here so far. We'll be up to the rest now, just to finish off the innings, as Jack Horrocks will be coming in to join Samarth Boda. It's a very good innings from Julian Freoni. The captain's delivered for his team in the first game of the tournament, and they'll definitely be hoping he can take that form forward throughout. As Jamie Riley finally picks up a very deserved wicket. You know, bowled a very good spell up top. Didn't go for many, bowled nice tight lines. And he's finally picked up a wicket, and it's the big wicket of the captain. It's Horrocks now taking guard. I can imagine the field will come up a tiny bit. Wouldn't want to risk anything though late on. It is the 18th over, so there's no real need. As that is quick from Riley. And not given. Well then. Definitely heard something. But not to be. Unfortunate for young Riley. Could have been 2 and 2. Still very well bowled. Can he finish off his spell? He does. Brilliant stuff from the youngster. 1 for 21 off his 4. What a great allotment for him. There you can see Jamie's finished off his overs. It'll be Lorne, Burns and Rick Hatchman now to finish off the rest of the innings. I think the Giants will be looking to keep them under 125 really at this stage. I think anything over 125 will be, still they'll be very happy with 125 and over, but I think at this stage 10 in the next 2, you have to say, looks quite unlikely, especially with Burns bowling this one. Just bringing in the short mid wicket, a bit closer. Got a standard long off, long on cow deep square in place. Deep cover's been there the whole innings. The catchman's had a quiet time out there. He'll be one the next over. As Boda goes into the leg side for 1. Can they get 2 maybe? No, great work from Jamie Riley again. Straight off bowling. Very good arm into the keeper there. I think that might have been the googly again from Burns. Just trying to mix it up here against Boda. It's well bowled again. This is great stuff from the Giants. 116 now. Well flighted as it's chipped just to 1, just to Richie Cunningham for 1 at long on. Bit of a leading edge there from Horrocks. Boda now coming down the track, hits it straight to that short mid wicket. No run once again. Mikey Lammin in that position. Won't get past him. This is a really good 19th here from Burns. Just 1. Again. Just the 1 out to young Jamie Riley. Been doing a great job there out of deep square leg. Very important position. The last ball, the 19th, coming up. Burns has bowled a really good one. As Horrocks chops one into the leg side, they're going to try and get back for 2. They're not going to make it if they do. They keep it to 1. And much like Jamie Riley, that is a very impressive 4 overs from Lorne Burns. You've come to expect that from him. Very consistent, very clever cricketer, a lot of experience behind him. And it all shows. As it'll be Rick Hatchman now to finish off the Giants innings. Score was 119 for 3, with 1 over to come. How many can they get off this over? I said 125 before the last. Can Hatchman keep it to below 6 here? Currently short third up. They don't want to move. They're going to move that fielder back, yeah. And Cow Corner moves up into a short mid wicket. I'd say he's going to bowl wide of off stump here. That would be the move. Has a long on, long off, deep cover, deep square, deep third. Bit mixed up here. I think you'd bring in deep square if you were going to bring in any fielder, but they've opted for deep mid wicket to come in. As he drops one short to start, just wide to the right of point. Can cover come round? Does, slips. And they do. That's very good running. Brilliant running from Samarth Boda and Jack Horrocks. Boda calls him through for the 3 after he sees the slip. That is very good stuff from young Samarth Boda, even though he is older than me. Score moves on to 122 now. Can Hatchman keep it to under 125? It's an outside edge to deep third, just for 1. Shouldn't get 2 there, and you don't. Four balls to come in this innings, in this first innings of the Dafabet GPL 2023. Of course, these two teams playing once tonight. Med Vikings and the Harding Hurricanes playing twice tomorrow in a double header as Horrocks goes big over cover. What a shot that is. 6 over deep cover off the back foot. That is brilliant stuff from Horrocks. I did say they can definitely come in the lower order and give it a whack. And Horrocks is doing just that. What a shot that is. Can they get to 140? Is it still on? Didn't think so at the start of this over. As he cuts it down into cover for 1. Again, just 2 extra cover, short extra. Hit and run at this point, that's what you've got to do. Scrapping for every run counts at this stage. Can Boda finish off here? 8 off 13. Hasn't gone as quick as he would have liked, but can he finish the innings off here? As he tries to pull, it's a wide ball. Gets another chance. Gets to reload. Couple of boundaries here for Boda, and the Lightning will be very happy. 140. Again, just under par, but all things considered, they'd be quite happy with 140. Hatchman comes in again. Goes hard down the ground. Good Yorker. Good, that's where he wants to be. Can he finish off with another one of those for the last ball of the innings? Don't let Boda free his arms. 1-3-1. Can he get another one of those good Yorkers in? Tries, goes length. Gets slapped past him just for 1 down to long off. They'll go for 2. They'll get the 2, wrong end. as it's well ran from Horrocks at the end, and that will end as 133 for 3 at the end of the Lathbury Lightning's innings. Not a bad effort from the Lightning in the end, after a very tight start from the Giants, and after the power play again very tight. They'll definitely take 1-3-3, and they got the bowling to back that up. Be up to the Calpe batsmen now to chase this down, and we'll be back in the second innings, and hope you join us. See you soon. Welcome back to the second innings of this first game of the Dafabet GPL between Lathbury Lightning and Calpe Giants. Jack Horrocks will be opening the bowling for the Lightning, and it is Captain Paddy Hatchman to open up the batting for the Giants alongside Harry Pyle. So an interesting combination to start. I can imagine Lorne Burns will be in at 3. It doesn't look like anyone else has padded up so far, so clearly very confident of the Giants. Horrocks coming left arm over. Opposite to what young Riley did, came left arm round. But this should be a good contest. 1-3-4 is the target. As we are underway and ready to go for the second innings. Here we go. First ball. And it's driven straight to mid-on, and it's misjudged. It's through the hands of Sam Boda at mid-on for 4. What a start that could have been. An early chance goes begging for the Lightning. First ball just burst through the hands. But an encouraging start. Hatchman looking to take a risk early on, trying to clear the front 2. Something that the Lightning didn't do at the start. Make use of the good power play. He goes into the offside. He's going to push for 2. Not to Manav Nayak though. Don't want to take 2. Very quick along the ground. Has a good arm. Keeps it to 1. Very action-packed start to the game. First 2 balls. Harry Pyle on his GPL debut, if I'm not mistaken. Very strong on the cut. Very good cutter of the ball. As it's defended into the offside. Oh, all chances in this first over. Regulation nick. Gone for 4 past the fielder at gully. And the Giants are off to a good start. Not through, not by the means they'd be hoping for though. Horrocks coming for his 4th ball now. Very action-packed first over. Goes for a slower ball. It's well bowled. Goes for a slow ball early. Nice change up. If you can get that slow ball working well, it can be very dangerous. But the Giants have come up with a very positive intent. Last ball the first. Goes through cover. A lot of work for Nayak to do in the deep. And he gets there. Very quick along the ground. Come back for 2, and that's the end of the first. 11 for none after 1.
and send him a letter reminding him that I'm writing.
Samarth Boda into the attack. Been bowling very well as of late. And it's a good stop to start. Nice solid punch back from Paddy Hatchman, nice and positive. Nice slap of the hand from Samarth. Hit firmly. At this stage, the Lightning were 5 for 1 in their innings. Good start from the Giants. Just pulled into the leg side nicely for 4. Very good from the captain. Set off with very positive intent to start. Can he keep this going? Can he convert this intent? Can he make a big knock out of it? It's all well and good having intent at the start of an innings, but you want to capitalise and go big. Boda come in for his second ball. Just dropped short the last ball. Oh, it's inside edged to square leg. Just playing away. Boda's been getting a bit of outswing recently. Going for a third ball here. Getting a bit of shape. For none. Much better start than Lightning. He shapes it away. Bit of pace there from Boda. Beats Hatchman. Four conceded off the first. Off Boda's first. Just that pull that he dropped a bit short. Dropped short again. Pulled again to square leg. And it's dropped. Nishant Joshi square leg, I believe. 2 chances now for Hatchman. Living a dangerous life. Two lives for him already is the call from Julian. There, he is right. Solid defence from Pyle, straight to extra cover. Could they be looking for a run there? Maybe, but they don't need to because they're well ahead of the rate they need to be at. As that is over bowled. The score is 16 for none after 2. Horrocks continuing, 16 for none. As Hatchman has set off with good intent, but been lucky, lived a fortunate life so far. Dropped twice. Neither of them very complicated chances. And he runs one straight to mid-off. Very good. Great intent. Love to see that. Hits it, realises he hasn't got it out in the middle and just runs straight away as soon as he knows that. 11 off 8, apologies. As the Giants are off and running. It's well left. Respect shown by Harry Pyle early on.
Disabled that. Sure.
As we have a deep backward point and a deep third man at the moment. Quite a usual field for Harry Pyle. He is good on the cut. So that's a wide ball. And then just a gully fielder just in between those two. So cutting off his strong point really. And that gully in there just to take a wicket, just in case he pops it up. So a nice field here set by the captain. For Horrocks, just angling it away, doesn't swing it. Comes in. Off the pad for a dot. Pyle facing his 8th ball now. Horrocks steaming in. Ball's another slow ball. And that fielder at gully cuts it off. Has a chance. Hatchman is living a dangerous life. If the keeper gets to the stumps a bit earlier there, that is him gone. Run out. But fortune favours the brave. And he is taking it on. Trying to set out a message as the captain early on. He's carved it into the covers for 1. Hits and runs, very good from the captain. Positive start here for the Giants. The message would have been just to be positive when they walk out to bat. It's being exemplified by the captain at the minute. Last ball of this 3rd over by Horrocks. As Harry Pyle cuts it past the gut, wide of that deep 3rd man. And it's a great stop out in the deep from the deep 3rd, parried on to Manor. Great end to the 3rd over. Score moves on to 22 for none after 3. Boda continuing.
Good, one him out of the way.
After 3, the Lightning were 13 for 1. So easily winning at the minute, although could well be 22 for 3 based on Hatchman's chances. As he drives confidently to mid-off, hits and runs to Alex Sawyer. Direct hit isn't out, but very good fielding.
One job.
Boda coming back in. Hitting the pad. LBW shout. I can imagine it's a bit high.
Going down the leg as well.
Yeah. Boda running off a bit of a shorter run up than he has been as of late. Nets has been bowling off a full run. So interesting to see.
He is, isn't he?
And it's cut past that gully again. Just for 1 this time. No dramas. Just 7 off this first over and a half from Boda. Started quite tidily. Hatchman facing up again. And he punches into the offside and runs for another single. Hits and runs. I think the Lightning can try and cut off that single in the ring. They're sort of just letting it go. And that is just that's almost a tactic at the minute. Just hitting and running with no risk whatsoever. That's missed by Harry Pyle. Missed on the cut, unusual. As Boda's bowled a tidy over here, tidy 4th. Only 3 off it with 1 to come. Don't concede a boundary will be the message here. What will he go with for this last ball? Goes full, goes for the Yorker. And they get 1 to mid-off. And that is the end of the over. 4 overs gone. Score moves on to 26 for no loss. Good start by the Giants. There you go. There's the match summary so far. Dafabet Lightning scoring 130. The Giants looking to chase it in this first game of the GPL 2023 as a wide ball bowled. For 1. There's a pull past fine leg. It's a nice pull shot that from Harry Pyle. Goes for 4 down to deep fine leg. Another boundary for the Giants. As the Giants are racing. 31 for none after 4.1. As it hits him. Wow. Bit of kick off that pitch. Horrocks banging it in short. Clearly wasn't happy with being pulled the ball before. Stop ball. Nicely bowled, good line. Lots of bowling options for Frioni. Got the young Sean Delgado to go to. The young Alex Sawyer also. He himself could bowl an over. Got Nishant Joshi in the team as well. As it's cut over that gully. Watch the spin down at deep third. And they get back for 2. Gully is in the game. It's a very smart position there, but just hasn't had the luck so far. Ball moves on to 33. But as I was saying, a few bowling options. A lot rests on Boda, Horrocks, and Manav Nayak in the middle order. Very impressive leg spinner. As Harry Pyle tries to go big, just misses out. Again, we'd like to thank Dafabet for their support of this tournament, through last year's tournament, and for their support through this year's edition of the GPL. Horrocks come in for the 5th ball this over. Slight slower ball straight to Alex Sawyer at mid-off, and they hit and run just as they've been doing this entire innings so far. Just need to get a bit quicker in the infield, I think. The Lightning just not quite keeping up with this hit and run tactic from the Giants, if you want to call it a tactic. 100 of 91 needed. Plenty of time. A couple of wickets changes the game completely here. There's an LBW shout. Hatchman trying to go across the line. Missing. And that is the end of the over. Another tidy one from the Lightning. 8 off it. I'm imagining Samath Boda will continue. He will. After 5 gone, 34 for no loss. At this stage, the Lightning were 22 for 1. Just in the ascendancy here are the Giants. And that's a dot ball. Harry Pyle solid in defence. Hits and runs to extra. They really need to cut off that single. It's getting the Giants a few too many runs really for the Lightning's liking. Need to be a bit sharper in the ring. If not, they'll hit and run their way to this win. Coming for the third ball. It's a solid back foot punch, straight back to Boda. To dot ball. So a lot of batting to come for the Giants. I can imagine Lorne Burns will be in at 3. Very good player. Top run scorer and MVP of this GPL last year. Again, another hit and run to extra cover. Need to cut those singles off, really. This one just slipped through Stagno's hands. Don't know. Lorne Burns had a fantastic GPL last year. Top run scorer. Potentially top wicket taker. Not sure. But definitely the MVP of the tournament. Despite that, the Dafabet Lightning won. Went on to play the ECL, European Cricket League. That's a good slower ball from Horrocks. From Boda, apologies. But the Lightning winning last year's competition. Going to play the European Cricket League up in Cartama, which is the reward for winning this league. So a lot on the line in this tournament for all 4 teams involved. And it's a dot ball to end the power play. 36 for no loss at the end of the power play. And the Giants are 36 for none, going to run a ball. Good start. Both teams opting to just use 2 bowlers at the start. 3 and 3. As the field change will happen now. As Manav Nayak comes on. Very similar role to what Lorne Burns was playing for the Giants. Just a very consistent and very talented leg spinner to come in and play outside the power play. Very talented player, very confident young bowler. I can say young because he is actually younger than me. Horrocks move out to deep mid wicket. Young Sean Delgado out of deep square. That was a hot position in the first innings. Samoth Boda at long on, and that is Alex Sawyer at long off. I think the captain's staying in the ring. Captain Julian Freoni is fielding at point. As Manav Nayak, he will play a key role for the Lightning in this tournament, especially in this game. Has to get them a wicket here. Can he get Paddy Hatchman out? It's mistimed again into extra cover. That just needs to be brought in a little bit. Count at least 10 that they've hit and run straight to cover now. And that change is being made now. After a few runs, a few too many, change has been made. Extra cover comes into short cover. It's a bit flatter from Nayak, wide ball down the leg side. Just trying to skid one through on this pitch. Need to break this partnership though, that's the key. And he does. No, he doesn't. Thought it went through. Early celebrations. Just goes through for a bye. As the short cover moves back into orthodox extra, not sure why. Can see a hit and run coming here. It's edged past the keeper. And a great effort from third man. They might get back for 2. They are going to get back for 2. Good bowling from Nayak. Trying to find his team a wicket here. Hatchman goes down the ground just for one, down to Samarth, Boda. Just a bit more flighted that ball from Nyack. Trying to tempt him in.
See if you can change the camera and see if I can follow it.
Nyack comes in to bowl his fifth. It's dropped into the point region, fielded by Julian Frioni. No run. Seeing some expert camera work from Richard Cunningham. Pyle pulls into the leg side to Sean Delgado. Hot pocket, as I said. He's got a good arm. Just not quite big enough as they get back for two. At the end of the over, Giants move on to 44 for no loss. As we have young Alex Sawyer coming to bowl. Another impressive young talent. Was the top wicket taker in the series between the Gibraltar under-19s and the Hungary under-19s. Very talented bowler. Can he find a wicket now for the Lightning? Desperately needed, I'd say, at this point. Need to break this partnership. 44 for none after 7, going at a good rate. Keeper standing up. It's not slow as Sawyer, but like what Stagner's doing. First ball comes in, it's a wide ball. Alex Sawyer playing the GPL last year. Picking up a couple of wickets, picked up a big wicket in the last game of the tournament. Danny Guest. Caught by me. Hatchman. Oh, it's a... I thought it was a catch. Apologies, thought that was a catch. Wasn't. Bump ball. Hatchman goes into the leg side. Mistimed, straight to square leg. Misses the run out chance. Just one. Good start to the over from Sawyer. Hatchman just playing a tad early. Yeah, Harry Pyle facing up now to the youngster. Bit of noise around the stadium. Andrew Open Sports Complex. Got the crowd in. Sawyer comes in for his third ball now. It's hit into the leg side again, just past square leg. Interesting field they have set here, deep square leg and then almost a backward square leg just put in front of him. Not sure if that's thought through, but interesting. See if it works for them. It nearly did go to one of those square legs. As Hatchman smashed that down the ground. Not again. Oh, unlucky from Nyack. Thought he did brilliantly there. Too much ground to cover in the end. Goes away for 4. Again, just playing very positively as Hatchman, putting the bad ball away. As the 50 partnership comes up between Harry Pyle and Paddy Hatchman. 51 of 46 balls so far. It's been a good start to the Giants campaign. Hatchman goes hard through the offside, just for one. Out to a wide long off position. Manav Nayak doing the work. Wide long off and deep extra cover quite close to each other as extra cover comes in now for Harry Pyle. In fact, long off and extra cover come in. Long off not coming in all the way though. As Pyle hits into the covers for a dot ball, and at the end of the 8th the score moves on to 52 for none. We'd like to thank Dafabet again for continually supporting the GPL. We hope that we can sustain our partnership with them for many years to come. Knight continuing. Needs to get a wicket now. The partnership building. As he chips it, just to long off for one. Just Alex Sawyer. Improved his fielding a lot over the summer, hence he's fielding at that position. Just a bit more flighted. Goes up. Can he get there? No, he can't. Just the one again. Playing a dangerous game with the Giants, but it's paying off for them. Extra cover moves back out for Hatchman. Then for his third ball here. Hits straight, hard 4. Great shot from Paddy Hatchman.
Beautiful shot.
Goes straight again. Wide of long on this time. It's another boundary. Back to back for Paddy Hatchman. The captain's on a roll. Getting a move on now. Paddy Hatchman. And he's bowled. Knight gets the wicket. Much needed. Just a bit quicker, a bit flatter. And he's cleaned him up. Not the greatest of balls, you have to say, but does the job. Just a bit flat in his trajectory. And it is Lorne Burns coming out at number 3. As I said, top run scorer of last year's GPL, MVP. Can he make the difference for the Giants this year? Although you have to say, if he gets out here, could be very interesting. As I said, Harry Pyle being joined by Burns. Played a very good standard of cricket as Burns. Kent seconds. So we'd be hoping to make a big impact on this league as he did last year. Knight coming in to finish us over. To Lorne Burns in his first ball. Oh, well bowled. Skidded through. Great competition that. Leg spinner versus leg spinner. End of the over, 62 for 1. Man ever gets the breakthrough. As you see here, Hatchman just gone for 34 off 25. Good knock by him. Now up to Lorne Burns and Harry Pyle. Cunningham listed at 4.
It's a bit over.
It's a bit worrying.
I don't think that's correct.
As who is... This is Alex Bowling again, I believe. Bowling his second. As he hits him in the pad. Another LBW shout. Just runs one leg by down to deep third. .63 for 1, the Giants are. How are you feeling, Calpe Giants member Richard Cunningham?
I feel good if Lorne could stick around.
Big hope. A lot rests on Burns.
And we've got Whelan coming in next, I think. And we've got Jamie, the left-hander.
Got a lot of batting to the Giants. You'd have to think. It's a lovely cover drive. You'd have to think at this stage. They're not going to struggle too much unless they have a drastic collapse.
I'll take them home, Lou.
Always trusting Cunningham. That's what they say here in Gibraltar. As long as Cunningham's not out there batting, I think they're doing very well.
Right. Trust me.
So yeah, come interval, or Pyle tries to go over cover. There's no cover out there, so it's the right shot. Definitely the right shot. Mid-off's been up a couple of steps, extra covers in normal position and a cover point just in, I think. So definitely the right shot selection. Didn't quite pay off.
Right.
Pyle just pulled it behind square for 2. Nice tidy stuff from the Giants. And nice fielding from Sean Delgado.
He's got a good arm on him, hasn't he? Now?
He has, yeah. Just saying it before, it's hot zone over there. Pyle smokes that down the ground. Just picked up by Boda for 1. And that's Baldy over. Can Alex Sawyer get the big wicket of Lorne Burns?
Clean square.
Oh, and he...
Okay.
There's a big appeal.
Walking.
And he's walked, and he does get the wicket, not through the ball that he'd hoped, but that is massive in the context of this game. Burns gone for 1. That's great work from Stagno, just holds on at the end. Cunningham is now going to put his pads on. This is alarming signs for the Calpe Giants. He's not going to put his pads on. He's going to just mentally prepare himself. Yeah. As Matt Whelan, the man to walk out to the crease now to join Harry Pyle. Harry Pyle been the mainstay of this Calpe innings. Well, could there be a twist in this game? Can Nyack now go bang bang? Right. This over now becomes key. If Nyack can get a couple here, this game is wide open. Well bowled. It's just guided down to deep third man. They're going to try and push for two. They're going to not go for two. Good decision, methinks. Whelan's another strong, powerful man. He's going to try and clear the ropes, I reckon. Has a nice swing through the ball. Long on, long off, and cow in play here, I think. As a no ball's been called. Might be to do with fielding restrictions or infringement of the fielding rules. The free hit goes out to deep cover. A near run out chance at the bowler's end, but in the end they come through for two. And Whelan is off the mark. Good contest this. And he bowled him.
Oh, no.
Game is on. I think Cunningham needs to go put his pads on.
Not yet, mate.
This is danger signs. Dylan Taylor now walking out. Very dangerous left-handed batsman. Man of Night knocks out the leg stump. Didn't think he was that quick. I don't think I've ever knocked out the leg stump before of these stumps. But the Lightning are clawing this back. At this stage, the Lightning were 55 for 1.
Wicket.
So, you know, 55 for 1 at the minute, up against 71 for 3. Wickets in hand could do this here for the Lathbury Lightning. But we're going to have to wait and see. Cricket's a funny sport in the end. Nyack just changing the field according to the situation. Left-hander comes in. Left-hand, right-hand combination. It's definitely not been an easy first game if you're a batsman. Looks like many have struggled to get in on this pitch. But once they've got in, Julian Frioni is testament to this. You can open up and score a few. Question is, can Harry Pyle, the man in currently, expand a little bit? As the left-hander is throwing a chink in the work for the Lathbury Lightning. Currently have a deep backward square, deep forward square, cow corner long on, mid-off up in the ring and a deep cover. Seems fair enough. I like this field, especially with 3 covering that leg side boundary. Dylan Taylor does favour that. Will he go for the googly early on? Doesn't, goes for cover. And there is cover out there just for 1. Horrocks doing the work. A lot rests on the shoulders of Harry Pyle now. Can he steer the Giants to their first victory of this tournament? Rick Hatchman looking like he's going to come in next. Padded up. There's Harry Pyle, the face up again. No run to that gully position. Julian Frioni there himself, making sure nothing gets past. One more here, Manny, is the call. That is right. Get one more, this game breaks open. Comes down the track, hits it over cover, only gets it for 1. Should have gone for 2 there. Only 1 though. Giants. One ball to come in this Manavnayak over. 73 for 3 the score. If you can find a way to get through his next over, might be quite happy. Who are their other bowling options? You have Sean Delgado, he's a bit inconsistent. Horrocks has one left, Boda has one left, Sawyer has two. So you can get a couple of overs there, but you need to find a fifth bowler. You need to find a fifth bowler to try and string up some dots and build some pressure. As Manav goes for the quicker one, guided nicely from Taylor. No deep third for some reason. So that is a clever shot. Just get any bat on it, that's a free couple of runs there. As the over ends with the score being 75 for 3 after 11. Just talks going on now between captain and vice captain, I'd imagine. Kieran Stagno, the keeper. Manav coming up at long on. Wow, drastic field changes going on. How exciting. We see mid on, mid wicket, square leg, mid off, coming in from their respective positions, and another fielder coming to cover point with backward point shifting round. This is a big change.
Only 3 on the leg side.
Only 3 on the leg side, very true. Deep third and deep point in place. Effectively their power play field. That gully still in position for Harry Pyle.
Mid on straight up.
Yeah, I like this field though. Harry Pyle's a very strong cutter, but I have to say down the ground is not his forte. Let him try and hit over. I like these changes. Alex Sawyer, and he tries. It's called not out. Nice stuff, I like this. Just Pyle trying to manufacture something. Pressure on, I like this from Lightning. As he goes again, very good from Sawyer. Maybe feeding that strong area, but he's got the field set for it. I think deep backwards a bit too deep, or no, a bit too backward. Needs to come a bit squarer and Julian can fit in between them, but we'll see if that's just me being silly. It's worked. Poor ball really, I have to say, for this field. 4 past backward square leg. Not the best of deliveries really if you have this field set. Score moves on to 79. Off stump, says the captain, Julian Frioni. He is spot on. That's what the field's set for. Don't see Harry Pyle going over cover per se. So if he sticks it outside off stump, it could well go to one of those men at point. Well bowled. Great comeback.
Wide ball.
Or not. It's a wide ball. But right idea. Speaking about how much Alex has come on.
Massively.
Alex and Sean.
Massively since just over the last year, isn't it?
Yeah, Niall Garrett we'll see in this GPL as well. Very good from the development squad of Gibraltar. As this is guided, just a deep third, field set for it. This is good. They just need to decide whether they're looking for a wicket here or whether they're looking just to contain runs. Because that seems, unless he guides it straight to that gully fielder, this seems like a very defensive, I say defensive, in terms of his strong areas, you're not going to get a wicket out of it, unless it goes there. Have to force a mistake, that's what you're hoping for. As the field spreads again for Taylor, big hitter. Car park might be in danger. What is Dylan Taylor thinking? Is he thinking? That's the question.
Yes.
You have to say there is a free run there, but he hasn't taken it. Don't understand the thinking behind that. Missed out on a run. Can he make it count? And it's a dot ball. End of the over. Not a bad comeback from Sawyer after he went for a couple at the start. Four bowlers used so far, that's what I'm talking about. They just need to find a fifth option. Who could they go to? Could squeeze a couple of overs out of Nishant Joshi, who is currently fielding at square leg. Point for the left-hander. Maybe an over out of Amit Malhotra.
The only.
Nayak coming in, he's finishing off his allotment here. And he's been given. Makes the difference. Harry Pyle, the mainstay for the Giants, has gone. Now Richie Cunningham is truly going to put his pads on, and the alarms are being set off. Yeah, Harsh Magnet has his pads on. As Rick Hatchman is now entering the fray as a batsman. Bowled well. But you have to say, after Hatchman, young Jamie Riley also with his pads on. But Manav Nayak is making the difference, and that is what you want one of your top draft picks to do. Right, Cunningham has confirmed that he's batting 10. So no fear at the minute. Bowled well did Richard Cunningham. Might need to bring his team home.
Can be done.
Can definitely be done. Might be panic stations, it has to be done though. Still got that left hand right hand combination. Hatchman obviously a big hitter, so field moves out.
Needs to keep his head here.
Does need to keep his head here. This is big. Oh, and he nicks off first ball. Where is the slip?
Some say it was well placed.
Some will say that it was well placed. That's if you're a Calpe player. Straight to short third. Get through for the one. Surprised Dylan Taylor ran it. $82 for 4 now. Could we have a game on our hands?
We have a game on. Yeah. Quicker ball.
Could be a quicker ball here, as called by Cunningham.
No,
Isn't.
Floats it.
Floats it. Hit out to the boundary for 4. Slog sweep. And the crowd is in at the Europa Sports Complex.
To be fair, that is his area, and I'd probably put Long on a bit wider.
Well, before they had 1, 2, 3, and then a long on and then a long off.
Yeah.
So that's currently moved. Now they have a cow, a forward mid wicket, and a wide long on. Quicker ball. Stagner's missed the stumping. That could be big. Big, big, big. Three for 30. 3 for 30. Nayak's gone for. You'd have to say he's been a bit unlucky, really.
Yes.
Bowled very well. Coming in for a second to last ball. And it's close again. My word, this is... could have a game on our hands. Need to find that fifth bowler though. Where are they going to find 4 overs from?
I think it'll be 2 from Nishant.
Maybe 1 from Sean, 1 from Amit.
Yeah.
As he's bowled him.
Oh, he's come across.
That is brilliant from young Manav Nayak. Such a good player. Stands up when he needs to, and when his team needs to most. 4 for 30 he ends the spell with. Great work. That is some very impressive bowling figures considering this game. As we now see Harsh Magnet going into bat. Oh, it's the left-handed Jamie Riley. They're opting for 2 left-handers. Interesting. I think I would have stuck Harsh in just to confuse the Lightning a bit more. As the Lightning are chirping up a little bit. Feeling alive. Game on. Here we go, Alex Sawyer. To young, well not to young, this is to Dylan Taylor. As he smashes it over the stadium for 6. 6 of the best from Dylan Taylor. Sawyer been put under pressure early in his last over of his spell. It's a great shot from Dylan. For a moment they thought that Boda would just settle underneath that, but just kept on travelling. Big hit from Dylan Taylor. That's his role in this team. Just a reminder, he was missed from a stumping just a couple of balls earlier. How will Sawyer respond? Can the youngster get back? He does. Very good. Right length. No, definitely. Can't let Taylor get away. Just one of those players, if he gets on a roll, could take the game away. Goes again. Goes straight for 4. Just some strange fielding positions going on at the minute. Wide, long on, and you're bowling a line outside off. If you're going to have a wide, long on, you have to go straight at the stumps. Really, if you're going wide, you have to let him fetch it, but he's only going to be able to fetch it straight. to guide it. Goes against what he's been doing. No need to do that. Just a reminder, at this stage the Lightning were 83 for 1. So wickets in hand, yes, but they're just quite a bit behind the run rate. So after this, other than the heroics of Cunningham, you don't have much batting left, I think. Goes hard into the leg side again. Should just be one. Is just one. Two left-handers at the crease. I think you have to give Jamie Riley the one at this point. I think Sean Delgado's been given the nod for the next over. Let him bowl at the new man. Don't want him bowling at Dylan Taylor, I don't think. Short third's just been brought into the circle. Not quite sure why. Just hit out to deep square. Just for one. Should just be for one. Is just for one. And with that, end of the over. Alex Sawyer goes 1 for 30 off his 4. Not a bad night for him. Done a good job for his team there. See there, it's close, very close in this first game of the Dafabet GPL, as Sean Delgado is getting a bowl, and it is at the new man, so it helps him a little bit. As Horrocks has been called up to bowl the next over. That could be a key moment in this game. He needs to get a couple of wickets, I think. Horrocks, the man on your screen, preparing to bowl a very important over. Delgado goes high, should be out, isn't out. To think, who do you want in certain places? Should have been a wicket first ball. Misses out. Well bowled though, nicely done. Just drops it short, pulled into the leg side. Can Manav get round? Can't. 4. How will Sean Delgado respond? He's been rather unlucky, you have to say. Should have had a wicket first ball. There's 3 chances the Lightning have dropped now, and a missed run out. Very costly. Think if they could take them, it'd be a very different game. Gideon Crichton of the Med Vikings has arrived to watch the game. You'll see him tomorrow. Sean Delgado with his 3rd ball. It's well bowled, nice length. Just worked for 1 to deep backward square out to the captain. Keeps it to 1. Well bowled, nice start. Very good start from Sean Delgado. How will he bowl to the big hitting Dylan Taylor? I think you can't keep your pace the same now. You either got to flight it up a bit more or go a bit quicker. I think flight it a bit more is the option, really. How will he go about it? Does flight it more. Be a no ball. Be a no ball called by a square leg umpire. Right intention. Just didn't get it right. This will be a free hit now. Free hit to Jamie Riley, who doesn't connect, goes inside edge to the captain at deep fine leg. Just for one. Well bowled. Two balls to come in this Sean over. Flights it again. Just for one out to Nyack. Gone for 11 so far this over. One wicket indeed, that is all it takes now. One wicket burst this game open. Just a false start. This next over will be massive for Loughborough Lightning. Get a wicket and the game is well and truly on. Full toss, hit out to Manav, just for one. It's not a bad over. Should have had a wicket really first ball, could have changed everything. In the end, goes for 12 and the score is 111 for 5. Just remember, Dylan Taylor missed on a stumping. Jamie Riley missed second ball with a catch at mid-off. How will this game go now? Big over this. If you can get one of these two out, you open up an end. Long on, deep mid wicket, deep square, deep. Just a couple of field changes. Alex Sawyer moved out to long off. Sean Delgado out a deep extra. Long on, cow, deep square in place. Sean comes up. That extra cover. Say you need a deep point, but I'm not playing this game, so my opinion means nothing. It's up to the players. Been a good game so far though. Been a very good game. Can Horrocks make the breakthrough? Beats him first ball. Nice. Good stuff. You just see there, we've only gone for 25 in his 3.1. Bowled quite tidily up top along with Samarth Boda. You can imagine Samarth will have a big role to play in the next couple of overs, because if you leave him too late, game could be over by then. He goes into the pitch, again beats him. Just a bit of a red alert for everyone watching. Richard Cunningham has his pads on. That is not good news for anyone involved in the Calpe Giants supporting team. 5 down, although it might be a bit preempted. Jamie Riley pulls him to the leg side just for one. Not going to get 2 out to Manav. But nice, gets him off strike. Is this a good thing though for the Lightning? Can they pry Dylan Taylor out with Jack Horrocks bowling at him? This is the matchup now. Can Horrocks make the breakthrough? National team player. Can he be the player who stands up? So we've already seen Manav Nayak make a big difference. Can Horrocks do the same? Charges in for his 4th. Out to cover. Beats cover and they get back for 2. Not good fielding, has to be said. They've been a bit sloppy in the field of the Lightning. Unlike them, especially for last season's campaign and in their ECL campaign. Very tidy in the field, but just not been the best of performances in the field tonight. couple of missed catches, a couple of missed fields, run out chance missed, stumping missed. Could have finished the game by now. It's well bowled, it's well played. Shout to deep third, keeps it to 1. Richard Cunningham's joined us again, clearly not too concerned. With his pads on though. 19 runs to get now and 25 balls. Last ball, hits him in the pad, and there's no run for some reason. Dylan Taylor wants to take it on. And I'd imagine, if it were me, I'd ask Sam Bowler to bowl this over.
Yep.
He is. Need to break this game open. If not, there will not be a game to bowl at. However, has to be said, who bowls the last 3 after Samarth? Who bowls the next 3 after Samarth? You have to find 3 overs from non-specialist bowlers.
Right decision though.
It is the right decision because you have, if you leave him later, there might not be a game to bowl at. So definitely the right decision. Can he go bang bang? Similar to Nayak. Can he go bang bang?
Bowling well, isn't he though?
He is very well as of late. Goes out into the leg side. Manav gets round for 2. Big arm to the keeper's end. Gets back safely. There's a bit of a party going on up in Europa. Samarth only gone for 13 in his 3.1. Such a good spell. Can he get a couple of wickets for his trouble? No run there. Just have to think back a bit earlier in this game. Do the runs that they let the Giants just hit and run cost them? That makes the difference between 17 off 22. Could easily be 25 off 22 now. Small details. Drops it short. It's well bowled in the end.
For the over, surely.
Should be 1 for the over, yeah. So you have quite experienced square leg umpire.
Huh?
It is called 1 for the over. And in for his 3rd. His 4th now, sorry. High. Has to be taken. Isn't taken.
That's cost him the game.
Can't really say that's cost them the game, you have to say. Multitude of fielding errors has cost them this game if it doesn't go their way.
1 run?
Nope, dot ball.
Is it?
Oh no, 1 run. Yep. Cunningham, as well as not batting, is confusing me. Set to the leg side just for 1. Have to think, where should they have their fielders placed? Some perhaps in the wrong place. Small things that the Giants might have done better than the Lightning in this game. But it's only the first game, very early on in this competition. Still plenty of games to go for these teams to learn from. It's kept out for 1, and that is the end of the over. Don't know whether Taylor's counted that. It is the end of the over. It's now.
They're going to bowl.
Now you need to find 3 overs. This now becomes complicated because there are no specialist bowling options left.
He's bowling Nishant.
It seems like Nishant Joshi, his first over of this game is the 18th over. Interesting. Very interesting.
That's a wide
It's
ball.
a wide ball, just to start.
Shot.
It's out to the deep. Manav Nayak has moved from deep mid-wicket. And it's been dropped by a different fielder. I think that might be
And went through for
Parab
4.
Chawla. It's gone through for 4. Dylan Taylor doing his shoelaces again. A couple of times now.
Someone wants to learn how to tie a double knot.
Yep. Unfortunately, has not been done so far. But we're all here to learn, aren't we? Frog sweep again. Don't know why Nayak's been moved from deep mid-wicket in such a key time. Should really have your best fielder out there in the hot zones.
2 runs.
That is another 2 added to the scoreboard, as it looks like the Giants are going to get away with this. You thought when Nayak bowled a spell of 4 for 30, they do
Wide ball.
get a bit closer, but that is a wide. No extras. Too late for that, I think. It's another wide. And they're running 1 on the wide. They've just run out of bowlers here, of the Lightning. Perhaps a couple too many overs up at the top from their specialists. Doesn't leave them with enough at the end, but this is part of the learning experience of this league. Teams will learn, teams will adapt. As Dylan Taylor moves wide, might just prevent that from being a wide.
Run 'em.
There's the cricket now, it's getting a bit scrappy. 5 or 15 now, the calculation. Shouldn't be a problem for the Giants. Richie Cunningham will not have to bat, thank goodness,
Such a shame.
as Nayak in the game, but only for 1. Just hasn't had a chance to change the game in the field, as Manav. Done it with the ball, solid contribution with the bat, but just hasn't been in the right positions at the right time.
4 to win.
4 to win, 1 hit away.
He's come out here.
You know where this is going. Actually, it's Jamie Riley, could go out here. Slog sweep, into the deep, dropped for 4.
6. It's signalled 6.
Signalled 6, and that is the game. An unfortunate end, really, to what promised to be a pretty good game halfway, but such is the nature of this sport. We thank you all for watching this first match of the Dafabet GPL 2023. And we hope to see you again tomorrow at 4 PM local time in Gibraltar for the first game between the Hardings Hurricanes and the Med Vikings. Thank you. Good night.